Most under-resourced people hear the phrase, "the rich keep getting richer," and assume it's a rule designed to exclude them. A social law, a rigged system, something imposed from the outside. But the uncomfortable truth is simpler. Most people don't lose because they are blocked. They lose because nothing stabilizes. What lasts is not what starts strong. What lasts is what compounds. And compounding is not reserved for wealth. It applies to habits, to environments, to emotional patterns, to decision making, which means the same mechanism people resent is the same mechanism that can sustain the desired outcome. Most people think their problem is creating the first big win, the breakthrough, the opportunity that finally changes everything. But reality keeps contradicting that belief. Many people get opportunities. They just can't hold them. Access is easy. Continuity is the real work. Because outcomes don't collapse for lack of intelligence. They collapse from unstable foundations. What fails is not talent. What fails is continuity. Every person grows inside a system before they ever meet the world. Some homes compound stability, emotional regulation, clear expectations, conflict resolution, stress management. Other homes compound volatility, noise, uncertainty, survival thinking. In unstable homes, nothing repeats long enough to feel safe. Neither is a moral failure, neither is chosen by the child, but both compound relentlessly. A child raised in instability doesn't just struggle academically, they internalize urgency. The nervous system learns speed, not patience, reaction, not planning. And this compounds quietly, not as drama, not as rebellion, as physiology. By the time that child enters structured environments like academic settings or at workplace, they are already carrying momentum. Not visible on report cards, not obvious in interviews, but present. They interpret silence as anger, authority as threats, delays as loss. They move fast. They burn energy early. They fatigue quickly. Meanwhile, another child, raised in emotional predictability, moves slowly without penalty. Their calm compounds too. Then comes school, workplaces, institutions, culture. Systems don't correct instability. They price it in, not cruelly, automatically. They reward consistency, delayed gratification, emotional containment, predictable output. So the child whose home already taught these traits moves forward effortlessly, not because they are superior, because the system speaks their language. The other child meets friction everywhere. Deadlines feel hostile. Authority feels unsafe. Feedback feels personal. Society does not crush them. It simply keeps moving. And what keeps moving compounds. This is where resentment forms. The usual spot where the story stops. My background ruined my chances. My environment decided my limits. The system already chose for me. My family could not provide for me. This is where bitterness forms and stagnation begins. Because the analysis ends too early, compounding has a final stage. This is also where agency quietly returns, and the stage most people underestimate. Because compounding does not care where it starts. It only cares whether it continues. At some point, quietly, unannounced, personal decisions begin to outweigh upbringing. Not dramatic decisions, small ones. Choosing recovery instead of constant output. Choosing structure instead of chaos. Choosing boredom over dopamine. Choosing consistency over intensity. These choices don't look powerful. They don't attract applause. But they accumulate. They compound. A person with a weak starting position who compounds stability long enough eventually outpaces someone with a strong start who compounds neglect. This is the part no one wants to hear because it removes both blame and excuses. Home dynamics matter, environment matters, society matters, but none of them are permanent verdicts. What wins always is what compounds the longest. Chaos compounds, so does stability. Avoidance compounds, same goes for discipline and healing. The mechanism is neutral, the direction is chosen. The rich don't stay rich because they are rich. They stay rich because stability compounds, and that is their exclusive advantage. And anyone, regardless of starting point, can change direction by compounding something else long enough. Not quickly, not loudly, but inevitably.